Studios.
I can't quite remember how that one goes. I gotta admit, I'm a little high.
No, Piggy, I'm cool.
It's Lucdogg in the morning.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Skater D.
Hey, I'm John Charles Meyer, producer of Dave Made Maze.
Hey, what's up? This is Scott Ladotti, author of Play the Devil, and you are listening to Lucdogg.
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 This is Andy fucking Cruz from SiriusXM 415, and you're listening to Lucdogg in the morning.
#1 podcast in the world. Yeah, boy.
Welcome back, folks. It's Lucdogg in the morning. I'm a big mess today, folks, so just have fun. We're going to wing it. Let's do it. So welcome to the show, my wonderful friends. This is Lucdogg in the morning on TTR Studios, the channel on YouTube. And guys, I'm not going to lie to you. I have the flu, and I'm struggling through every word of this. Belly Matt LaBelle across from me, the producer and co-host. How are you this morning, my friend?
I'm not feeling like you. That is
God.
Great.
Maddie Potts from the Santa Monica newsroom. I wouldn't wish this on anyone, dude. This is the worst.
I feel amazing. It's a beautiful day. The birds are chirping and the sky is blue.
Now, how could you not feel better when Maddie Potts serenades you like that?
I'm gonna need
and Mother Nature's saying to Luch, "Go fuck you."
I'm gonna need a whole lot out of you, Potts, right now because I am not gonna be the one bringing the energy today. But that's okay. It's a family system here, and everybody in the same. And everybody in this studio can handle any of the roles. We've proved that. Belly, you were out last couple shows last week. The Bahamas,
this is actually
man.
the
How was
first
that?
time we've been together in 3 episodes.
Yeah, I missed you guys.
But no, it was awesome. I'm in the peeling stages of my tan, aka sunburn. So basically, everything was beautiful. The resort was awesome. The room was great. For those who follow me on my Snapchat story, I was snapping just about everything I could when I had my phone, and then there were times I just didn't even touch the damn thing. So,
Belly, real quick, can I interrupt? I got to ask you a question because I do follow you on Snapchat, and it was almost like being there. Thank you for all that. But the question I have is now, I noticed you have like an entire collection of cabana wear. Did you go and buy that for this trip, or do you just have a closet of like Jimmy Buffett style button-down shirts?
So fair question. No, I only have 2 shirts, but my brother-in-law introduced me to the Hawaiian shirt life because for my sister and brother-in-law's rehearsal dinner, which was a lunch. Which was awesome because you could start drinking at like noon.
A lot of people are doing that.
Yeah, because you could start drinking at noon.
A lot of people are doing morning weddings, actually. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I thought you said a lot of people start drinking at noon. I was raising my hand. I'm like, yeah, that's me right here. No wedding reception for me.
Well, it's funny because the rehearsal lunch is much better because now everyone can kind of pass out by 8:30 instead of like going out after the dinner. And staying out till midnight before the wedding.
Well, that's usually the problem is everybody's so hammered from the rehearsal dinner that like by the time you get to the wedding, it's just like a mess.
Yeah.
I just don't see a problem with day drinking and then passing out at a nice reasonable hour of 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. I don't see what's wrong with that at all.
For a group of 30-year-olds to 40-year-olds, that sounds glorious.
See, on the East
Sounds
Coast,
quite delightful if you ask me.
Yeah.
And then you're still awake the next morning at a reasonable hour.
And I can get up
your
and get a
morning
run
errands.
in. I can get some exercise at the hotel gym.
Right.
Well, it
maybe go
falls
to
back.
Bed Bath & Beyond. I mean, Home Depot if you have enough time. We'll
Right,
see. A
right.
nice Sunday afternoon.
It's a big weekend.
It's perfect. And it also falls in line with, see, it's like an East Coast thing because we're used to staying up really late to watch sporting events and things like that where it all goes on nice and early on the West Coast. Oh, yeah, I am. I'm also a bartender, so I'm always used to staying up, period. But it basically turns into just a nice, fun party. But that was it was requested at that event to wear like Hawaiian themed like casual gear to kind of make the mood very relaxed and chill.
Can I ask you guys a question though, just real quick? Just I don't feel comfortable wearing a Hawaiian shirt. I feel like I'm the guy that looks like skeezy in one. I don't feel like I have the look for a Hawaiian shirt. Potts, am I wrong?
Says the guy that wears a fucking ramen noodles wife beater.
That I can do.
Looks so absolutely ridiculous. I would wear a Hawaiian shirt over your ramen noodles any day. I mean, I mean, look, hey, you own it, so great. But like, I couldn't wear that ramen noodle shirt and feel like a man.
See, so for some reason, I appreciate that. No, but that is a place where I can.
But you rock it. I wasn't talking trash. You rock it.
No, it's a really good point, because that for some reason is something that I feel unique about. And I'm like, you know what?
You can do it, right?
I'll pull this off. But I don't feel like I fit in the contingency belly. I don't look like a guy who should be wearing Hawaiian shirts.
I totally, well, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe, have you ever tried to wear a Hawaiian shirt?
I have one. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
See, I would disagree, crazy. But the thing is, Belly is the kind of guy, like, Belly fits a Hawaiian shirt perfectly. So it worked on him. It looked great. Like, for you, like the Paperboy hat and a ramen noodles, it works for you because you own it. Right. And I mean, I think that's kind of an interesting tip just for like what you wear in general is if you own it, you could basically get away with anything. If you rock it with confidence, It really doesn't even matter.
I was gonna say.
I mean, I look back on some pictures of me in middle school where like I used to like pinch roll the bottom of my jeans. I used to
oh no.
This is even, and then there's not that much of an age gap between me and you, Luch, and this is still before your time. I mean, it's like yeah, funny. I mean, I am not shocked that you don't know how to pinch roll, but you missed out on a great era of fashion. And
so Potts, you hit it right on the head, and it's all about the confidence you present yourself when you're wearing something.
If you got it, rock it.
I'm not wearing that ramen shirt. I can't rock the confidence to wear a ramen shirt. Nope. Ramen anything. I'm not going to sport my love for ramen because I just can't do it. They've already taken enough of my
But the Hawaiian shirt you're cool with.
Hawaiian shirt? Man, they're comfortable.
I feel like it's made for him. It's made for him.
You know,
he looked completely natural.
I saw it this morning and I said, you know what, should I put it on for the show today?
It would have been great. What was it, Potts? What did you send us of somebody in like a grocery store in a full ramen get out? What was that?
Yeah, full ramen noodle outfit.
I was jelly.
I mean, it put yours to shame.
Yeah,
this guy went like full like cray. I mean, it was like, wow, it actually like hurt your head to look at it. There was so much going on in this guy's ramen noodle outfit.
It was a guy wearing ramen sweatpants and a ramen sweatshirt. Like Luch's shirt, except his whole body was covered, where the only thing you could see was ramen.
The ramen robe.
Billboard.
It's a ramen robe.
It's like Luch's noodle shirt threw up and had a sweatsuit baby. Is what happened. It's like really crazy.
So tell us about what, I guess, did you have any notes? I think Belly wanted to do a show meeting on air because he's got like 2 pages of notes, Potts. I've never seen this in my life.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so if we want to start, I'm going to leave one thing off because I want you to finish this story.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
So first thing was the director of First Impressions.
Oh, don't get me started.
What you guys
so now, guys, for anyone who's listening, we're Belly is reviewing our last couple shows with his feedback because he was taking notes while sipping margaritas on the beach.
And if anybody doesn't remember, the director of First Impressions is the nameplate of the lady who was sitting in the seat that anybody else would call the receptionist's chair.
So I'm gonna wonder how much money does this director of First Impressions
Let's
make?
do over under 40 grand a year.
It's got to be. I mean, she's a secretary.
Right there.
It's probably right at 40. But if I'm a director, how much do I want to be paid?
I'm directing of airflow out of my mouth.
If director is in my title, how much do you want to be paid?
Minimum 150. Director of anything is 150. Sorry.
That's my whole point. Thank you. Is that we're diluting the word director.
Exactly.
Well, you know what? And I don't know if this is the situation, but there are a lot of situations where an employer will give a title to an employee in lieu of compensation. It's almost to shut them up. A lot of people will just want the title so they can have that nameplate on their desk.
You know, that's a good point.
You know, will agree to it even without a raise just because, again, this is LA especially, where it's like perception is everything. But I mean, it's that way in anywhere in the world. Perception is reality. It doesn't matter how much you get paid. If you're driving the Lamborghini, you own a Lamborghini. It doesn't matter that you're leasing it and you haven't made the payments in 3 months and it's about to get repoed. No one knows that. You look like a rock star. You know what I'm saying?
The Hawaiian shirt
and I mean, that's prevalent here.
Well, take it from TTR Studios. We've got a guy who's been hitting us up. He's in the military. He is in the One Wheel groups, and he loves the voice of One Wheel. He loves everything that we're doing here. And he talked to me, set up a meeting. He said he's got some marketing in his background. He's done some marketing for like huge like Pokemon meetups and like for the company. like marketing for I believe the Army, something in the military. And anyway, really, he didn't want any compensation. He wanted to just give us some tips and provide us with some direction, as long as he could use the title marketing director for TTR Studios. And I said, go for it, man. Yeah, sounds good.
You see how easy you just passed out that director of marketing title? You don't care.
I'm full of shit. I am completely full of shit. Damn it.
Apparently, directors don't even get paid anymore. So
no, they don't. They're
so I totally just got. See, this is bad because I don't have any kind of train of thought past the word that is coming out of my mouth right now. So I have no filter today, and you totally just caught me completely contradicting myself. I should not be calling him the director of marketing.
Right. Well, I mean, based on your theory, on my theory, do it. As long as it doesn't cost you anything, you can call him the president of Lucdogg.
The president of Lucdogg in the Morning's marketing. Vice president is what we're handing out now.
Vice president. All right, that's what we're up to now.
Because VPs are important parts of the business, right? But there are a million across multiple companies who have VP of this, VP of that, VP of this. So now that's the new director. That's what we're going to
There has to be a better joke there, like kettle trainer of Lucdogg.
So Belly, what was
Give it to me.
No.
I get it. No, then don't give it to me. I didn't get it. I want a touchdown.
You can have that. That's what you get. So, real quick, what was the best thing you did in Bahamas? What would you?
Oh, we're not okay. That's a good break. Let's pepper in the derailment. Let's pepper in, and we'll do your show notes throughout the show.
So what's the?
Oh, I forgot we were doing show
notes.
No,
I like it. That was very good.
I totally forgot.
It's okay.
You're lucky. He's lucky he stopped me because I was about to give him some shit.
Hold on, give it to me.
So I got some advice for you, son.
What's happening today?
Don't ever challenge the Lucdogg when it comes to the
I've already been.
But I will tell you guys.
Okay.
I was laughing throughout that whole segment. Obviously, Rooch was.
Wait a minute.
You were laughing throughout that whole segment. There's a shocker.
So let's peel it back. I got really mad at Potts, and rightfully and wrongfully so.
You were mad at him for the wrong reasons.
For the wrong reasons, and I think it probably was the best 5 minutes that we've done on air.
Because you guys were hitting each other it was like watching a boxing match. In a way.
He was trying to tell me facts about the one-wheel community of which he knows nothing about.
Oh, God. You opened a can of whoop-ass belly. Are you kidding me
and then
right
just
now?
because... No, it's great because because...
I thought you weren't... Luch, go back to not
don't worry,
feeling
Potts.
well. Just
I got
sit there,
something.
rub your head.
Don't worry.
You were about to throw up. You were just about to throw up. Now all of a sudden you're okay.
I got something for him
when it comes time to yelling at Maddie Potts, it's okay.
I'm not going to yell at him. I'm actually... I've come full circle on this. What I was upset about was I thought that... Look, Potts is running a restaurant, folks. How is it going, by the way, out there? Are you guys killing? Are you still working 12-hour days?
We're killing it with catering. We're doing not great with walk up, which is crazy because everyone that comes up loves it and has been there 100 times. So it's running a restaurant is really fucking hard.
Yeah. How many hours? How many hours a week would you say you work on?
I don't even know. I mean, I don't even. You don't count. If you're really in it, you're not counting hours. You're not counting the hours you're working. You're counting the hours you're sleeping. Is really what it is. And I mean, I just really make sure I get. All I do is work and sleep. I haven't even had a drink in 2 months.
Wow, good for you.
And it was not intentional. I just ran out of time to drink at the end of the day, and it's been 2 months since that's happened last. I mean, it's crazy. It's really, really full on. Now I'm working at the nightclub on the weekend. And there's some other stuff going on in my life that I'll be able to announce in a bit. But yeah, my life is quite hectic right now.
Well, so I know that. We all know that. And so we don't expect Potts to do a lot of show prep. We try to do the show prep on this side of things, even though he does. I mean, he does, but we don't expect a lot out of him as far as show prep goes because we know he doesn't have the time to do it. So my complaint was, if that's going to be the case, let's maybe not have your fallback be just to rip apart everything that comes out of my mouth. Because that's easy.
I sincerely was not buying it. It wasn't like I was trying to pick a fight.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm just telling you where I was coming from. I was just telling you where I was coming from. And so when you said, when you wouldn't believe that I was telling you a fact about a one wheel, something that I do a show about that I study every day that's taken over my timeline.
You really grinded his gears.
You grinded the shit out of my gears. I'm like, dude, if you can't take me as an authority on this, then what is it that I can tell you that you will believe?
and I just what's the name of the company?
Future Motion. Future Motion.
For whatever Future Motion. All I'm asking is at the next One Wheel podcast, Voice of One Wheel, if we could just get some verification from them. That would make me feel a little bit better.
Well, I posted the clip of you talking and me talking. And so now Maddie Potts is a little bit of a villain in the community.
You couldn't even hold it for your show. You could not even save that clip for your show, which would have been money.
What does he mean?
And it means if we waited till Tuesday and then say, listen, folks, I don't know how often you're checking out the Lucdogg in the morning, but
I'm nervous to do that because I realize we're painting Maddie Potts now as the villain.
I don't care.
I know you don't.
F1 wheel.
I know you don't.
F1 wheel.
No. That's what I don't want. Let's peel it back as far as you want. Belly. Maddie Potts joined our fantasy football league this year. What's the one impression that you would get from him and his participation from fantasy football message posts?
He kept the message boards active.
Active is an understatement. Can I just get, you talk the worst trash as if you are 17 years old.
And it's great.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Because as the commissioner of the league, I got a lot of complaints that this guy needs to go.
Oh, frick. Listen to you girls.
No, I got a lot of complaints and people saying that you need to go.
My cousin Jack loved it. I don't mind it trash.
Anyone that said I need to go should not be playing fantasy football at all, because you're missing the entire concept of playing fantasy football if you cannot handle trash
middle
talk.
of the pack.
He did. But what I was saying is I got really upset with Potts on air. Well, not on off air. Well, on air too. But yeah. And then I posted it, and everybody came back with 45, 42, 48. Look at you guys. I'm 53. Y'all are youngins. 56, 54. I'm not lying to you.
Yes.
I'm not lying.
I believe you. It's just it's got to be.
What else do you want?
I didn't want to restart the
Okay,
argument.
sorry, but yes, but that's
what I
basically.
What I wanted to say was Luch was right the whole time, but you relented at the end. The best part about that segment, it was like watching a punching match. It was like watching a boxing match where each one was trying to take a strike. And basically, it was good radio, fun times.
It was probably good radio.
But, man, let me tell you, you guys were hilarious in that segment. And then to Potts' point here, and this is to go back, Luch, sorry not sorry is what I want you to start saying to yourself. Right after that, and you go to break, and you come back from break, you're like, so I feel like I have to apologize to you.
I didn't do that for me.
Right.
I hope you guys know I didn't do that for me.
You thought you were doing no. The thing is, you think you're doing it for Potts.
I'm not doing it for Potts.
Apologize. People think they're doing it for someone else.
I'm not doing it for Potts.
You're doing it for
who are you doing it for?
I'm doing it for the listeners to create an atmosphere of the show to make sure that they realize, okay, Dad might have just hit Mom at the dinner table, but everything's okay. We're still a happy family.
I know you pointed that out when you said it, but they know we're a happy family. We've done like 50
you don't need to point it out.
Together.
I say let it fall.
Okay.
Let the cards fall.
I can do
it's
that.
When we're pointing at each other and telling each other the F you is when we know something's a little wrong in this room.
So that's when you know shit just got real.
And I don't think that's ever happened. Like even that was the most mad I've ever been at you. Ever.
Yeah, it's happened a little bit maybe in the past, but that was definitely like the like.
Well, that was like you were just trying to get. Put it this way, man. Your dad, your stepdad, Uncle Gene, my uncle.
Yep.
Played basketball for Kentucky. Correct?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
He did not.
Yes, he did.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, he did.
Man, we got.
By the way,
ask him that. How do I not know that fun fact? All right. So
are you for real right now?
Did.
So this is actually really funny. Can you look that up, Gene Seibert?
All right.
I don't even think did he go to University of Kentucky?
Yeah. Well, because this is what used to happen all the time. He helped me coach when I was in high school.
Yeah, he loves he always coached me in sports too. Yeah.
So basically, I went through this phase where my response to adults as like a 10-year-old was no way, nah, no way, and he got so mad at me. We were out.
Bill, but not a Gene.
Damn it.
Yeah. I don't think he did.
Then I was right because he told me he went to play basketball at Kentucky, and I questioned him, and I was like, no way. He got really mad at me. Your dad got really mad at me because I realized, wow, that was one too many no ways. Like at some point, people want to be taken for their word, and it's like, will you just understand that I know what I'm maybe a little bit talking about? And that was the root of like where my frustration came from. It was like, man, I can't even get this one across. But then I realized that's probably the best radio we've ever done. So who knows?
So real quick, just to tease something before we go to break here.
Okay.
I want you to finish a story from last week, Luch. You were telling all the people why you weren't in the showroom with us 2 Fridays ago, and then you never told us what the hell happened to you after the director of First Impressions stole your life away.
Yeah, we get so wrapped up. We do derail so much on this show.
Well,
we cannot finish a damn story.
Because I'm not here.
No. I think the reason is because we want this to feel like a radio show that is structured within the hour and with the 20-minute breaks or 20-minute segments, but has no structure inside of it. There's just like the leashes have been taken off. And I think that is, patting ourselves on the back, something that we do very well. So thank you guys for carrying segment 1. I feel a little bit better. We're going to keep this going. You guys are doing great. We'll be back after this. It is Lucdogg in the morning.
At LITMradio.com.
Marinade Restaurant puts a unique twist on fast casual dining by starting with only the freshest ingredients to slow-cook delicious melodies of tastes and colors that are sure to delight your senses. Whether you're craving the Chipotle pulled pork sliders, honey basil chicken tacos, or the infamous kitchen sink wrap, Marinade has something for everybody with tons of vegetarian options too. It's the perfect choice of catering for your offices or events with fast and friendly service from a brand new store on Melrose and Western. Stop by today or you can order online at marinateyourlife.com.
Yay for Taco Tuesday! Don't forget, buy one, get one free. All damn day!
Tacos, wraps, sliders, and sides. Slow cooked to perfection at Marinade Restaurant. marinateyourlife.com.
Yes, Belly. Chill me out. Chill me out. Hump Day Wednesday. Feeling good on Lucdogg in the morning. Thanks for hanging out, folks. I am getting my energy back by the minute. God damn, it feels good. Special shout out to my man, Belly Matt LaBelle. Dude, this kid went to the store. He bought me all kinds of stuff. It was amazing. He took care of me, and I appreciate you more than anything, bud. Really. I mean, it was very nice of you.
That's how I roll.
Dude, Potts, he went to the store. He got me like all kinds of Gatorades and like bread and just like little like chicken noodle soup.
That's awesome.
He needed to electrolyte up. He was looking like this.
Dude, what did I look like from somebody who's usually bouncing off the walls?
Imagine the complete opposite of Luch, where basically the only thing he does is sit on the couch and go,
Potts, I haven't moved.
That's yeah. That's how I do it.
Just,
Yeah. I'm the biggest baby when I'm sick. And I just moan. I'm
right.
Like, and I want everyone to feel, at least hear my pain.
I feel lonely.
Are you okay, man? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm all right.
He wasn't home. He wasn't home when I got home on late Friday night. He was out somewhere.
Winning a poker game.
That was Saturday.
Oh.
You were doing something else Friday night?
I want to learn how to play poker. That's like such a manly thing to do, and I have no idea how to play.
It was fun. Well, let's stay on track because we still have to get to. We're going to do it again. We're going to get sidetracked, and we're not going to get to the story of why I met the director of First Impressions. The reason I wasn't at our show on Friday last week.
She must have made a terrible first impression.
No, well,
not last Friday. This was 2 Fridays.
2 Fridays ago.
Yeah.
I was supposed to go DJ on this show called the 202, and it's like it's marketed as Black TV.
Yeah,
that's what it says.
And 202 is the area code for Washington D.C. Correct?
Yes. 202 is the area code for Washington D.C.
Right.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
Yes. And so it's a very African American based channel. We all know this. I felt not uncomfortable, but just I noticed I am full on a minority here. I walked in, and the director of First Impressions is not having any part of me. First of all,
too amped.
You didn't make a very, very good first impression?
No, and I had my one reel with me.
Oh, really?
I mean, who the hell wouldn't think you're hip and cool? Sorry.
It's true, especially because it's geared towards the older crowd. But anyway.
Oh, God, that was good. So no, I went in there, and what I was supposed to do is like what I do on Fox 5 in the morning news. Like a lot of times they want to, go get a little younger, so they'll have a DJ come in on Friday, and they'll have the DJ just like, do the breaks. Dude, it's so funny.
They did. They thought they hired some young, hip dude.
Yeah.
And you came in with your paperboy hat and you're like, yes, eh?
Hi.
Yeah.
It's a little warm in here, saying.
Yeah. Looks a little urban in here. Yeah.
So I don't know if they saw me and just took a look and said, nope. But no, so she looked very confused, and the security guard looked very confused. And everyone was very rude to me. Like, security guard was like there's an arm to get through the, one of those parking arms that you have to, like, press a button and it goes up. And I'm sitting there and I'm, like, calling across to the guy who's 20 feet across the parking lot. I'm just like, hey, man, am I in the right place? Is this where I park? I'm going to be on the show today. And he, like, looks at me like,
you ain't going to be on the show.
Yeah, I mean, that was his, it was just like, and he comes moseying on over. Yeah, you're going to press that button. She'll let you through. I'm like, you couldn't have just said that from 20 feet away? Press the button. Press the button.
Why didn't you just press the button?
Right. Well, I didn't know if I was in the right place. I'm that kind of person that if I'm in Walmart, I would like to ask where something is.
Got it. I can't believe you can find someone to help you in Walmart.
No, it never happened. Well, Walmart was a bad example. But yeah.
Did someone order a white boy? He's out front. Push the button.
You got him.
So
I went there, and basically they didn't know what was going on. And the host of the show comes out full suited up, and he looks good. He's got his whole thing ready to go. They're about to do the taping. It's a taping. It's not a live show. And his name is Fuhrman. And Fuhrman says, hey, man, what's going on? How you doing, Adam? And I said, hey, buddy, this is great. I can't wait to do this thing. Thanks for having me out. Let's do this. And the lady, before even Fuhrman walks out, director of First Impression says, you're here early. You're here for the noon taping? I said, yeah, it's 10:50. They said to be here by 11. And she said, well, you're going to be here for a while. And I just like, well, yeah, that was the point.
An hour?
I mean, if I didn't need the hour, I could have done the own show that I run with my own co-hosts with my name in it.
Yep.
That would have been fine. Took me 48 minutes to get here. So they're looking around at me, and Fuhrman comes out. Hey, what's up, man? Oh, okay, yeah, good to see you. All right, cool. Give me a minute, man. And he comes back a minute later. He sits down on the couch next to me, and that's when you know it's bad.
You're either getting fired or you're getting broken up with, or nothing good is happening.
That's a we need to talk situation.
Yep.
Yeah, you're screwed. You're screwed.
And so he says, look, man, we never done this before. We double booked you. I don't know. I'm just going to come out and tell you.
You've never done what? Hired a white person?
So here's what I
So at this point, it's beyond black and white, even though those are fun.
But here's what I want to know. So if she's saying you're early and the other DJ arrived before
Thank you.
How the hell is she saying something like, you're early?
I'm pretty sure she was thinking, because they do a 12 o'clock and a 3 o'clock. And so I'm wondering if she was like, you sure you're here for 12 o'clock? Because we already have it. In the back of her head, she's probably like, we already have it. Anyway, this isn't important to the listeners. All you really need to know is, what he said is, hey, man, I'm so sorry. And the way that he said this to me made me not as mad. Because he legitimately looked heartbroken. He's emailed me 3 different times afterwards. Like, he has apologized. He's trying to get me back on the show. I have nothing against these people. But it was just really funny because he was like, do you want to maybe at least, like, do you want me to, like, show you around? And I was like, oh, please, will you show me around the set that I came here? I missed my own show to do and now drove 2 hours that I can't even be on? Please tease me and show me the set.
Kiss my butt.
Oh, man, I was over it. But what was funny, though, is it's government run, man. It's like a government station. Yeah. It's a government. They got radio going on, like digital radio that then reroutes to, I think, 96 point something. And I was looking at their studio, and I just kept thinking, we're doing it so much better. Mm-hmm. We're doing it so much better.
Isn't it like the worst when you like feel like you can really improve a situation and you can't because like
because of like the mind frame, of we've always done it this way. Potts, I swear to God, look at this studio that we have. They had a table with nothing in the middle of it and 2 microphones. And I don't know about you guys, but I put a lot of time and effort into making this studio look the way it does because I want it to feel like a studio when I walk in here. And I don't have anybody else to do it for me, so I'm doing it.
Right, and I was going to say, like Howard Stern, he still runs his own board. And,
does he really?
Yeah, wow. And he still does live reads.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, he's just more comfortable. But it's funny because it does make the show a little clunky sometimes when they have a guest come in and he's the one that's potting up the microphones.
Right.
And he, either fucks it up all the time or something's not right. And you hear them working it out and he's like, hey, this mic 2 isn't working. Put him on mic 3. And they just do it live. I mean, whatever. But yeah, I mean, and that's what, like, all shows can get a little bit clunky and speed bumps. But, I mean, a lot of people don't even run their own board like you two do over there. So, I mean, I think it actually helps to be in control, don't you think?
I think so. I really do. I like having
that. Do that? If you could afford to not do it, would you still be doing? You'd still
I
be
would
doing
do
it because you're directing.
I'm purposely setting it up in a way so that if this were to go to a point where we had to be in a different studio,
right.
Belly would have his role, I would have mine, and we would already be set.
Right.
I think
I mean, you could literally just take that, plug everything in, and move an entire studio.
I'll run the faders. Belly runs the production.
Every radio station's like, no, please.
So that's cool though, because then we can go to bars and do live shows and do stuff if we were ever going like a tour and like Stern does that too, going to Vegas and doing a live show in Vegas. I mean, you can do that easier.
Back to show notes.
I have
some really funny stuff to get to, by the way. We're taking the word man out of the dictionary. Did you guys hear that?
Nope, I heard that, and that's not true.
What?
I got it. We'll do that in the third segment. Potts is going to lose his shit.
So basically, what I was gonna hit on a lot of points that you guys were talking about sports. The fact that you talked about sports without me here is very depressing. But
what about the hockey?
What about the hockey?
The kid who doesn't have the skates.
Oh, the kid who doesn't have... Bring up a topic that I brought up to you while I wasn't here either. He literally says, Belly and I were talking about this the other day, and then brings it up on the show, and I'm not here to also talk about it. And I would say, the kid without the skates is, at least each team had a kid that didn't skate. And most of the time, it's because that kid couldn't skate, not just because he couldn't afford it.
There you go.
But the other
I got a texter who wrote in, I was the kid who didn't have skates. I couldn't afford it, but I also played goalie the whole time.
Yeah, see, we usually put him in goalie, too. But I like playing goalie.
Texter wrote in yesterday. Should have done this before the burp. Sorry. I'm a mess today. Texter writes in yesterday.
You're a gas bag sometimes.
I got pulled over, tried your hands on the window, got 2 tickets.
2 tickets? That's hilarious.
That is freaking great.
Hilarious.
Wah, wah.
MH, I'm sorry, bro.
So the couple quick hits on your NCAA conversation. The incentive in college basketball is to play so you can get in the NBA. They don't need
Wait a minute. What is the conversation we're having?
They don't need
a
variable. You said something about a variable pay system based on bench and starter. But basically that would create a odd environment where bench players would want to do anything to get into that starting role to make that money.
Nancy Kerrigan.
Yeah, they'll Nancy Kerrigan everybody. Will have all these situations.
You think it's already not that competitive with people? Like, what, 1% of college players go to the NBA? Like, that's not enough of a motivator because when you're playing basketball and you know there's a 99% chance that you're not going.
But sprinkle money on top of that, and then you just double down.
Yeah, because a lot of those kids could
then you made it more competitive.
Yeah.
You don't think these people deserve to make money when you know you are not going to make. There's a 99% chance you're not going to make any money. You're going to end up. I mean, some of these people that went to the pros are used car dealers.
Oh yeah.
You don't think they should be making fucking money in college, even if they don't get it? It's putting a trust for when they graduate that they get when they graduate. How's that for an incentive?
So
you get the money
Get
after
him,
you get a
Potts!
degree.
Get him, Potts!
100% agree with you that the fact that the players should be paid. 100%. I have different systems and long-winded conversations.
Yeah, I'd prefer not to do
that
show today.
We're not going to do that.
Yeah. Let's not. I don't want to do it either. But look, we came up with a solution in 10 seconds. I mean, I'm sure there's some holes in it. I mean, we were just.
Yeah, Belly's like, excuse me, clause 5.
You guys did great.
Sorry we didn't solve the NCAA in 14 minutes, Belly.
You guys are great. I loved all that you did. One of the things Potts saying, quote, maintain the integrity of the game warms my heart.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah, well,
coming
I'm not sure
from
how
the
much
guy
integrity
who
there is. It doesn't sound like right now.
Coming from the guy who maintains the integrity of the grocery stores that he shops at.
Oh, GF.
No. I'm saying that for a reason. We have something for you.
It's funny. One of my neighbors who loves listening to the show, loves everybody on the show, always complimenting us, says one of his best and favorite bits is that he cannot believe you're going into the grocery store and eating those cookies, but it cracks him up 100%.
I lose it every time. Do you still do it?
Of course he does.
I do. The stinger things are out, so now I've moved. Oh, so I got to give a tip to people. If you have not tried the nut butter filled Cliff Bars, they are orgasmic.
Good? Well, we all know that Potts goes into the grocery store.
Amazing.
Potts goes into the grocery store, and as he's walking around, he'll grab a piece of food, unwrap it, and just eat it, and whatever. I'm there. It's no big deal.
Right.
He's not paying for it.
I have another note here, but I'm going to say,
and nobody's ever stopped him.
So
I literally ate all this. They have these organic stinger things. I ate them until they were out of them, and they're out. They're out of bid. They haven't even restocked them.
Put them back on the shelves.
Yep.
Yeah. I ate their entire
supply,
supply, and they just stopped purchasing them.
You literally ate their losses.
They're like, why are we negative 400 cookies?
Our inventory is not lining up.
They were on clearance. It was obvious no one was buying them, so they must have wondered how they were running out of them when no one was buying them. I would go and eat 4 or 5 just while I was walking through the store.
The fact that they were on clearance meant their time was coming. So I have one more thing here, but I'm going to save it for another day because it's a little fun thing I think we can do between the back and forth of the group. And
save it for Friday?
We're going to save it for Friday.
Okay.
So
Can you tease it?
Let's just say it has to do with some movie quiz knowledge.
Oh, fantastic. That would be very good. Hey, Potts, what's your favorite sports movie while we go to break? All time.
Oh, fuck. I mean, can I say something like Talladega Nights?
Okay. Belly nomination?
Definitely Will Ferrell.
That's
a good one.
It's an interesting pick. I'm going to go
That's a good song for Talladega Nights right now.
And Any Given Sunday is freaking kind of a classic,
Any Given Sunday is not a movie brought up a lot, but I freaking love that movie.
That's because it's not a sports movie. It's a prison movie.
And that's not, you're thinking of
I'm thinking of the other one.
The Longest Yard.
The Longest Yard, there you go.
Given Sunday, Al Pacino's speech, bam.
Belly, give me your best sports movie.
Ooh.
Come on.
Not Hoosiers.
We'll take a quick break, and then we will tell you why the word man is being petitioned to leave the dictionary. Potts is going to lose his mind, and we'll do it all next. It's Lucdogg in the morning.
At LITMradio.com.
Learn how to defend yourself efficiently with your handgun? Or use pepper spray with the confidence of real-life training? How about develop an actionable home defense plan? Innovative Defensive Solutions offers realistic personal defense training both in Manassas and Doswell. IDS Training also travels nationwide to host range and classroom locations. Since 2003, IDS Training has been teaching people to improve their safety through contextually accurate and realistic personal defense training, including concealed carry permit courses, pepper spray courses, beginner firearm safety, and of course defensive firearm training. So head over to innovativedefensivesolutions.com or call 571-535-4437 with promo code LUCH, that's LUC, and get 20% off their coursework. You can also find IDS on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter with the handle @IDS Training. Innovative Defensive Solutions, making you safer through realistic firearm training. Real training for real life. InnovativeDefensiveSolutions.com.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Potts here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Luch.
Welcome back, folks. It is Lucdogg in the morning, hanging out with you guys on a Feel-Good Wednesday. God bless America. We are happy to be here with you. I'm joined by Matt LaBelle and Matt Uraditsky. He is Maddie Potts. That is the only time I will say his last name. I don't know if people knew that, Potts.
What?
Uraditsky is your last name.
Oh, yeah, I forgot, yeah.
How about that?
I guess you could say Adam is between two Matts.
I am between two. Wow, nicely done.
It's a Lucdogg sandwich. Hey, I just real quick, I've got a White People Wednesday for you, and since it is Wednesday, it's Wednesday, right?
Can we do that at the... Well, go for it. Yeah, do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just quick. I just wanted to get your thoughts on this. So these two people would walk to Whole Foods every day, and they actually met and became a couple because they would bump into each other walking to Whole Foods. They got together, formed a relationship, and they got married. Their wedding was at the Whole Foods where they met. Do you think? I mean, is that a little bit extreme? I mean, is that a little much? I mean, I'm all for sentimental value and
how much money they saved.
But a Whole Foods.
I'm choking back, throwing up right now, so just take it.
All right, so I'm wondering how much money they saved because honestly, there's bars in Whole Foods now, so I mean, they at least had the entertainment there. Did they have did they say anything about live music or anything? I'm kind of interested in this Whole Foods wedding.
I mean, but how much would it cost to close a Whole Foods? Think about the money they make in an hour. If you're closing a Whole Foods at least for a few hours, that could be more than renting a hall.
Oh, for sure.
$10,000 to rent a hall.
Right. Well, okay, but you think they probably make $10,000 in an hour?
$15,000.
I mean, have you seen a Whole Foods? You can't can't buy a banana and leave with less than $50. So,
true.
I mean, you have to come. Obviously, if you're buying out a store, you have to pay. You have to cover their losses.
Exactly.
So. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Something
I feel like Chad Dukes would definitely get married in a Whole Foods.
Probably did.
With Kim. Love you, Kim. All right, so this is a story I found on Facebook. It's going around, and it's basically a group from Purdue has found offense with any words that have the word man in it.
Like woman?
So woman is offensive. Mailman is offensive. Let's just hear it from this woman's words herself.
They're saying that the word man is associated with adult men as opposed to just humanity or humans. So they're trying to avoid the word man. So if we can eliminate that word, then things would be much better and people would be less offended.
Well, what if you lived in Manchester, Vermont?
Well, they might have to change the name of the city if people agree with Purdue University.
But they don't, and no one does.
So there's that. Potts, thoughts? I have 3 clips from this. Potts?
I love women.
Thoughts?
What? Oh, thoughts?
Thoughts?
Go to hell. I think it's ridiculous.
Well, the guy who's doing the interview basically said, well, so are you saying that a small group of unhappy people basically get to decide how we talk? And this is her response.
Perhaps they're ahead of their time. Maybe this is something that is offending a small group, but the group's going to get larger, and times are changing, and our language is dynamic. Webster keeps adding new words in the dictionary, so our language needs to change, and a term that used to be non-offensive, like man-made and mailman, now needs to be changed.
Well, I get that. I guess
Purdue is in Indiana.
So
right?
I
Purdue is Indiana, right? I'm almost positive.
I understand her point about changing things like mailman because it's male people, because multiple genders work across the mail industry now.
I could see an actress
But what if
making
it's
making it with like when you call her an actor. If she was like, I'm an actress. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to be careful about. Look, I'm all for women's rights. All for them. And I am loving what's happening right now with women getting a lot more power as they deserve it.
Exactly.
And the voices that they're using are really making some change. It's wonderful to see. I want to make sure that we're doing this the right way and we don't go so far as to say, you know what? Fuck all the men. We don't need any of them because I feel like that's where this is going. Like if I'm offended by the word director of first impressions, can I just say that now we're no longer able to use it?
Well, if you have a writing guide, perhaps, and you put that out there and people agree with you, then yeah, maybe that would fly.
See, I think that I know which news station this came from.
Probably.
The fact that no one else is giving her this platform except for this one is
he's ripping her the whole time as he's laughing on her.
It's pure baiting from the news company to do something like this.
But this person is serious. Listen, he asked them
what if serious, but to give someone a platform like that is to make them serious, and that's
so you can make fun of it.
No, I think they absolutely did that
we're
to
doing
put her
that.
on blast. No, I see. For her, I think she's just stuck in a mindset that's completely irrelevant.
Do these people have the balls
ridiculous.
to tell Goldman and Sachs to change their name?
They probably wouldn't shop there. Because
what if they were shopping at Goldman Sachs? They might come up short because it's a bank.
Because the name man.
No. So obviously she's not very.
She's not well informed.
She's not well informed.
She's just talking from
the fact that she hates the word man.
Yeah, and it's frustrating because it's like.
But the news company giving her a platform to even consider putting this in the news and putting something out for everyone is to take it seriously.
And that's why I wanted to do this today to say, please, let's not go here. Let's not. If somebody is offended, I'm of the mindset if somebody is offended, it's not my choice to tell them whether or not they should be offended.
I have news
They
for
just
you.
are. But that is too much.
Of course it's too much, but no one would know about her if people didn't put her out for the podium to give.
So you're not mad at the message. You're mad. You're not mad at LeVar Ball. You're mad at ESPN.
Exactly. The fact that you give someone a platform and then basically they put this out there so that they know 100%. They know 100% of the people that watch this channel are going to think this is the dumbest thing that anyone has ever said in the world.
Okay, but Potts, don't you think that there are going to be some people that actually agree with her that never thought about this, but now that they're going to agree with her?
No, I don't.
Unfortunately, there might be.
I think so.
I mean, look, people say the dumbest shit. People believe the dumbest shit, and it's impossible to reason with someone that has no logic. And I mean, that's what you're dealing with right here. It's unfortunate that there is a huge amount of people in this country that are in the same mind frame.
So what are we going to call women now?
What?
I can't believe she doesn't want to be called woman.
What would we call female now?
She wants to be called a person.
Female.
Person, human.
Oh, you can't say male.
No, female.
You can't say male.
You can't even say
But do you see my point that I feel like, and this has got to be where we end this because I don't have the brain to have this kind of a serious discussion.
Right, me either.
No, but like I worry that you're taking the word man and giving it such a negative connotation now that it's like it can't be existent in any words. It's like, dude,
you said it before,
some men have been terrible. Not all men are terrible.
Right. Well, and also, yeah, you really summed it up a while back when you said, no one wants to be like forced to do something. When you're like, get rid of man. What about Manchester? Change the name of the city. Are you fucking stupid? Like, that is no way to. If you actually did want to get rid of man, that's not the way to do it. And it's like what? What? You're not going to change the name of a fucking city, you dumb fuck. There's so many better ways to get things. That's the problem. Is it's not that people are stupid or believe dumb shit. They're too stupid to actually pitch it properly and to actually get people on board with it. The only people that believe it are other dumb people. And that's what's scary about this country, is that you don't need any rhyme or reason for anything. You're allowed to sue anybody for anything. You're allowed to say whatever the fuck you want, and you're allowed to do whatever you want. And it's like, no, there has to be repercussions for being stupid.
Draw the line.
Being stupid isn't against the law, but maybe it should be.
Well, this might make you feel a little stupid. Did you guys know that
No,
I love when Potts gets fired up.
It doesn't matter because it will never make me feel as stupid as that. Taking the word man out of everything in the whole universe.
You just lose all credibility when you say something fucking dumb like that, unless you have an actual solution on how to do it. Then maybe you get some respect.
Don't put stupid people on TV. Unfortunately, we do that all the fucking time.
You guys should be yelling at me. Funny. I just put her on the air.
Yeah.
It was funny to watch her get ripped to shreds, though. I mean, that was the most entertaining part of the segment.
He did have his classic. He has a face that he makes that makes him.
Who?
It doesn't matter.
The guy?
They could be saying the smartest thing in all the world. Like he could be having an argument with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he's giving him pure facts, and he'd be like,
Yeah. Okay. Quick hard left turn because we're getting out of here, and I want to have some fun before we do. Did you guys? No, I don't know how fun this is. Do you know the poem, "This Little Piggy"? On the feet, on the toes?
Yeah.
Do you remember it? Can you say it?
This little piggy went to market. This little piggy something.
Stayed home.
Stayed home. This little piggy had roast beef.
Yes, he did.
This little piggy
had none.
Had none.
And this little piggy went wee, wee, wee all the way home.
Yeah.
Some dude broke this down. Does anybody realize what the little piggy... Did anybody have this moment of thought for your entire life that the little piggy going to the market was this little piggy with like a basket who was going shopping?
Yeah.
Because that's not what it was.
It's about like something bad, like slavery or something, isn't it?
No, it's about the piggy. Oh. That pig gets sent to the market to get slayed and butchered.
To put made bacon.
He's bacon. The other one stayed home.
Good move.
I mean, the guy has the whole breakdown. Let's start with the first one. Well, I don't want to read this whole thing to you. That's not as funny as it would be. But this little piggy stayed home. The second line is no doubt referring to the grieving soon-to-be widower whom the farmer has deliberately kept at home for breeding stock. This isn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. I feel like this is a lot worse. Yeah. I'm just going to bail from this whole thing.
All these people who are don't eat meat are like, told you!
Yeah, I know.
Told you!
I'm reading this and like, this is my judgment from a
let's
sick
get into
person.
something really funny. You should talk about the video of our DC superhero.
So that's in front of me, too. There's a local superhero. Potts, can you pull
that
that
Can I just say
up?
real quick, right now, because of what you just did, there's a vegan somewhere in the country that is now going on the news saying they want to ban the nursery rhymes because it's hurtful to pigs.
Probably.
Good job, Luch.
Sorry. My bad. Take the word pig out of the dictionary.
Out of all the dictionary, yes. Sorry.
Potts, can you pull up the video I sent you? Is that possible? Can we do something? Try to do a little sync up here? While I'm pulling it up, just get ready. The video is like halfway through the article.
So here's a little break.
Try to play it, Potts. I'm gonna mute your fader so you can pull it up and get ready to just press play. Have it at the beginning and then just have it at pause at 000. I'm gonna have your fader down. Let me know when you're ready. Belly, give us the breakdown.
So the breakdown is in DC, the DC area here. We are just chock full of in the area speed cameras. Basically, everyone in the world, if you're driving in DC, is likely at some point or another going to get caught by one of these.
Ubers won't go into the city because no matter what, they're getting a ticket.
Yeah,
it'll hit you at. It knows your speed. It'll hit you at 5 miles an hour.
Hits you 5 over. So it takes pictures all the time and sends them along. This is how the DC makes a ton of money racking it in. Sending out people tickets to
and the Uber driver will say, like, it sucks because people are late, and they're like, why are you driving 12 miles an hour? And he's like, because that's the speed limit, and I'm going to get a ticket because there's cameras everywhere.
Exactly.
Potts, do you have it up?
Yeah, is there supposed to be sound on this?
No, there's no sound to it. Just have it at the beginning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just put it all the way at the beginning and press pause so that it's ready at 0.
Yep.
I got it, yeah.
So basically what's going on is that people are getting really fed up with this, and there is a superhero, people are claiming, going around D.C. doing what Potts is about to narrate for you. Potts, please press play and tell the people what you see as it happens.
All right. Cars are just driving down the highway, and... Oh, the guy got out of his car and knocked over. I guess that's the camera.
Yep.
He ninja
keep going.
And he just completely rips it to shreds. But the camera looks like basically a trash can.
It almost looks
that you
like
just knock over. I mean, that seems pretty easy to destruct.
Well, this dude took a karate kick to it, then he ripped the camera off the top of it, then he threw it across the highway. And he's done it a couple times, and people are starting to call this guy a local superhero because everyone can agree these speed cameras suck.
They suck.
They're just a money grab from the city, and it's just like Washington, D.C., folks. You might not be from here. The city is like basically telling you, look, you can drive in here, but you ain't getting out. Like that's the thought. you can come in, but you're coming out with some sort of fine. Whether it's parking, a tow, a boot, or a ticket. If you live in D.C. and you're driving a car, you can GFY. That's basically it.
Send us your money now.
That's basically
I mean, it should be completely illegal to get someone a ticket from that. It's just retarded. Like if you should have to be there. The cop should have to be there, have to witness it, and then issue the ticket, just old school style, right? I mean,
if you see a speeding camera, don't say I told you to do it, but feel free to take after this local DC superhero. I'm not saying you should do anything with it. But if you would like to follow his cause, that's your decision.
Use your best judgment.
Use your best judgment. Oh, man, that was a fun one. I can't believe how fast that went. Maddie Potts, what do you got left for the people, bud?
That's all I got. Thanks for tuning in. Belly, welcome back. Have a great day. Luch, I hope you feel better. Kindly go fuck yourselves.
There goes Maddie Potts from the Santa Monica Newsroom. Hanging out he's the owner of Marinade Restaurant. Go eat there. They've got tacos, wraps, sliders, bowls. The food is amazing. They have a kitchen sink wrap that pretty much has everything under the sun wrapped up in one, and it looks amazing. Belly's going to go out there pretty soon and get his first taste.
I'm so hungry.
What do you got left for the people, bud?
That's all I got. It's been a great day. I'm glad to be back with everyone, all of us, the three amigos, back again. And hopefully I'll see you on Friday.
We'll be back on Friday to do it all again. Thank you guys for hanging out and getting through this one with me. I really appreciate it, guys. I have not felt well today, but thank you. I have been just having a blast. I love doing this. There's nothing else I would have done. Belly, have I done anything else this week other than this?
No, and he was, I got to tell you, for all you Voice of One Wheel listeners who check out Lucdogg in the Morning, he was crushed yesterday. He was not doing anything, but he was crushed physically from the sickness, mentally from not being able to get on with you guys. He misses you all. He wants to get back on as soon as possible to get you a show, all right?
I really did feel like I let you down. We'll get you one soon. So thank you for everybody here at TTR Studios. We will see you guys next week. It is Lucdogg in the Morning. We'll see you on Friday.
And you'll always catch us at litmradio.com.
Let's get out of here.